Next up on our list is Adidas. Right, now this is a German company, we know that. Headquartered, I think, in one of the secondary German cities. It escapes my mind momentarily. Also in sports shoes, also in clothing. Everybody's seen the 3 stripes on just about everything. It has well, let me first point out that it owns Reebok, Taylormade, and a couple of other secondary derivative type stakes, and 10% of Bayern Munich FC. There you go. It's listed, of course, in Frankfurt in the first instance. You can buy it and sell it on other markets as an ADR, but it has a market cap of 15.96 billion euros. So, you know, you can do the maths, convert that back. That's quite a lot smaller than Nike, as Mia was saying. Price to earnings ratio is 30, dividend yield 2%. So why has it battled recently? Well, it's sort of battled. It's battled in parts.
So one of the main sort of issues for fundamentally was the golfing. Okay, so golfing was like a very weak spot for them up until very recently. They've sort of turned it around a little. It's going better. But then they've got exposure to Russia.
Yeah,
and
Russia, big exposure.
Exactly.
They, for some reason, in recent years, pushed enormous store footage, you know, substantial stock commitment.
Exactly. So when you look at the share price, a lot of that was influenced by Russia.
And the collapse of the ruble and then the following sort of sanctions
you can see
and
it
other
there.
things.
I mean, from the beginning of 2014, it's come down quite a bit. I think it's quite attractive at the price. We were buying there in that big dip. And yeah, I mean, Adidas has the benefit, also a well-known brand. When you look at football or soccer, then they're probably the dominant player there, ahead of Nike.
Because they supported the German national team, which won the whole thing, and Argentina, which were in the final.
So it was like a double final for Adidas, and they made the Soccer World Cup ball. So they've also been, you know, very, very influential when it comes to that.
They recently shelled out to take the Manchester United sponsorship away from Nike, so that was a...
Yeah, so there are a couple of, you know, sort of big moves when it comes to that, but that's predominantly what they're known for. So when you go out of that sector, of soccer, there's so much for them to explore. So I think they still, you know, they've got a solid brand and they've got the world at their feet. So also big growth potential for this company. And like you say, the theme is supportive of growth. So.
And of course, it's well managed. I mean, what is a hallmark of German corporates is you know, experienced, disciplined managers that are very good, work very hard, and are good at the financial controls.
Exactly. And just maybe to add to this point is that when you look at the price and the market cap of the company, the revenue is roughly the same. So it is. So when you compare that to something like Under Armour, which we'll talk about now.
But why is the price to earnings ratio still relatively high? Is there some noise in there, maybe some write-downs, some repositioning?
So there were some hiccups that they had, and you know, I think they're kind of sorting it out. It's not smooth sailing like it's at Nike, you know, but it's I think it's still an interesting company to have a stake in.
So you're inclined to go hot. Okay, I'm a little bit conflicted because I own all of these shares except Adidas. So I'm going to go not hot on Adidas and wait and see whether in the next 3 to 6 months they don't produce some sort of turnaround.